This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by NotBadAnymore.com.
Dr. Paul arrived here, I think, maybe about an hour ago.
Possible 2012 presidential contender Ron Paul gave an interview to Iranian TV this week. In a TV interview with reporter Jihan Hafiz, I hope I'm saying that right, he had some interesting things to say. Perhaps they were more interesting for who he said them to than for what they were. See, the media that interviewed Ron Paul is an organization called Press TV, a slick CNN-styled media outlet based in Tehran and funded, at least in part, by the Iranian government. If that government's goal was to present a moderate and reasonable face to the world, then Press TV is definitely getting the job done. Anyway, in the article, Paul says Barack Obama will not change foreign policy in any significant way and will continue a sort of aggressive approach toward some foreign countries. Then Paul said this, quote, "But when it comes to dealing with policy, I think that our policies are locked in place. The saving grace may be that our bankruptcy in this country will make it very difficult for us to afford it, just like the Soviets had to leave Afghanistan because they ran out of money and their system failed. Our system could fail, and it might be a blessing in disguise," unquote. That ended up being the headline for the Press TV article. The English language outlet went on to outline Paul's position on the IRS and the Federal Reserve, and more effectively than most American media seem to. Paul told them, quote, "We have legalized counterfeiting," unquote. And he says, quote, It's wrong to allow an individual to counterfeit money. Why do we allow a secret bank to counterfeit money? There are many reasons why we shouldn't have a central bank and why it's so damaging," unquote. Paul said eventually the world will reject the dollar and it will cause the United States people to be a lot poorer. Press TV went on to talk about the United States Constitution, how Ron Paul follows it, gave him a chance to explain it, all the things we would really want our media to do more often. So a truly sad state of affairs when Iranian government-backed media is doing a better job of covering Ron Paul than a lot of our mainstream media. This has got to be at least the 7th article about Ron Paul that I've seen on Press TV, just by accident, without even looking for their website. Now, I don't know if they're as fair in their coverage of everyone else, people they disagree with, but they've definitely been fair in coverage of the candidate I know about. That's the most interesting news, Ron Paul news for this week. It's Dave Ridley signing off for RidleyReport.com this January 1st, 2009, a year that will live in infamy.
Did the Foodstuffs Consumption Authority force you to eat too much over the holidays? Well, this man would like you to learn how to lose 5 to 20 pounds in just 9 days. See for yourself at NotBadAnymore.com. The doctor who says he's lost 37 pounds in just a month. The technique of accelerated weight loss through nutritional cleansing. The website, NotFatAnymore.com. Scroll to the bottom, click on the link. Watch the shocking video, Cleansed for Life. NotFatAnymore.com.